Sorry.
Happy Homebrew Halloween Wednesday. What kind of adjuncts do you put in your beer? Yep. Got a polished nut. I helped the wife out doing a video for YouTube in the weekend. It was a Halloween costume special about Breaking Bad. Walter White costume, a Heisenberg costume, and a Walter White Chem Lab costume as well. So the last one involved me shaving my head. So if you want to go check out her video, she does some great stuff, and this is just a cool little how-to put together for a Halloween costume, which is neat. Anyway, adjuncts, because you saw me with my adjuncts, they are here. They're sticky. My crystal meth melts and sticks together. Don't know why. Damn it. To wash that out. Adjuncts. What kind of adjuncts do you put in your beer? I'm just curious about the strange adjuncts that you've put in your beer. Normally adjuncts are referred to as, you know, things that aren't quite grains, like cereals like rice and corn, and extra sugars and things like that. But the list sort of expands to coffees and chocolates and fruits and vegetables, and of course, it being Halloween, there's all those pumpkin ales, so that's an adjunct that gets added to beer. My SJ Pour Challenge beer this year was a black garlic, so that was an adjunct that was put into a beer. So what's the strangest adjunct that you've wanted to put into a beer, or that you have put into a beer, and what did it come out like? So I'm just interested to know. Either do a video response or comment down below and just say, this is an adjunct that I tried and it was like absolutely horrible or absolutely amazing. You know, herbs, spices, chemicals, you name it. I think I did a green beer a couple of years back. It had green dragon in it. That was quite interesting. Interesting adjunct to add to a beer. That's one of those beers I could not ship overseas. Speaking of beer, Pacific Beer Expo. That's right, this happened in the weekend as well.
By these two though, the ones that are only available at their brew pub. Yeah, because obviously you're not going to get them anywhere else.
This was the Pacific Beer Expo, which is a small beer festival, as I mentioned last Homebrew Wednesday video, for breweries on the Pacific Rim. So Pacific Ocean, countries that sort of outline the Pacific Ocean. Japan, America, Australia, parts of Asia, New Zealand. Also Brian Beard from Beard Brewing in Japan. He was there and he did a little talk about the 3 beers that he had on offer.
All our beers, again, we get maris otter, base malt, most of our malts European. No matter how hoppy you make a beer, I'm a big believer in a firm malt backbone. The yeast is in there. You'll lose a lot of the volatiles to the fermentation, CO2 bubbling process, and a lot of yeast will uptake hops in an unpleasant way. So I always highly recommend that you harvest the yeast and you dry hop post-primary fermentation. And do it at about 15 degrees C if you can. You drop it cold and get your yeast. Dry hopping at 2, 3, 4 C versus 15 to 18 C, totally different. You'll have to do it a week at 4 C to get what you can in 2 or 3 days at 15 C. Temperature matters. But our big system, so then we recirculate. We take it out of our fermenter through the pump, it goes through the hop nick, the dry hop nick, and back to the fermenter. We can turn over 60 hectoliters in about an hour, so we stagger. We'll do it for an hour, we'll stop and rest it for a little bit. Next time we'll do it for 40 minutes. So we don't have the same portion of beer in contact with the hops that everywhere else.
There's some cool beers there. Now I volunteered to help do the setup in the morning, so I had a 9 o'clock start into the boat shed, lugging kegs. Luckily there was a lift, so we could lift the kegs up to the first floor where the boat shed, where the event was going to be happening. But there was a lot of kegs. Damn, they were heavy. Plus all the tables and everything to do the setup. So from my hard labour, I got a ticket to go along to the event and partake in some beers. And there were some mighty fine examples of beers there as well. Feral had their watermelon warhead there, which is a 2.9% Berliner Weiss. I think it was a Berliner Weiss. Let me check that out. Pretty sure it is a... Yes, it's a Berliner Weiss. They also had, reread my little booklet here, Funky Junkie, which was a 4.7% sour beer of its own making. That's how they describe it. Wow. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. The only other sour beer that I've had to date that came close to that was Russian River's Supplication, which was an amazing sour brown ale that I tasted over in America. Whew, wow. And it has just really, really invigorated my thirst for brewing some sours, which I've always wanted to do. So I've started looking at barrels and barrel options and the best way to go. So just trying to sort that stuff out. So hopefully there should be some sours on the horizon, because funk and sours are going to be the next IPA. You heard it right here. Funk and sours are going to be the next IPA. This IPA wave that everybody's riding on is going to make way for all these sour beers, because these sour beers are just going to flood the market. They're a bridging beer. They're a bridging beer between the beer drinkers and the wine drinkers, because they have sort of similar wine aspects while still maintaining that beer appeal to the craft beer drinker. So it's a nice drink that you can take along somewhere and everybody can enjoy. I know some people don't like sours, but get used to them. They grow on you a lot. This one, however, is not a sour. This is just my house pale ale. Pumping along, still some left in the keg, funnily enough, when I got back. So it's cool, I'm still drinking it. It still tastes pretty good. Rome has died down. Yeah, it's okay. Got to brew some more soon. Got to brew very soon. Gash. Gash lug. Some cash for gash. Okay, this is a call to all you brewers out there, all you home brewers who have watched Gash Lug on YouTube, have asked him questions on some of the many forums and Facebook groups that he is an admin to and runs and sets up. Gash is our hub for the Australian leg of the SJ Pour Challenge. Now, a couple of campaigns have been posted on Facebook to sell t-shirts and to raise funds for Gash, because he's been sick, and getting sick these days costs money. Now Gash is a stay-at-home dad, okay? That's why he can answer your questions on Facebook. That's why he can put together some really good videos and learn interesting information about brewing and pass it on to you. Because being a stay-at-home dad, he does have a little bit of time in between looking after kids to do some research and to answer some questions. However, being a stay-at-home dad, there's not the money coming in and the income. And so when there's an unexpected bill like medical bills that have to be paid because otherwise you're just going to get sicker, that takes a toll. So if you haven't already, there's 2 links down below. Go check them out and throw a couple of dollars Gash's way. Now Gash didn't ask for this. This is from other people in the brewing community that have seen what he's been going through, his friends, and have listened to what's been happening when he's been at hospital and stuff like that, and feel like they need help and want to help. So they've put together some funding so that you can donate, so that we can help pay Gash's medical bills. It is a great cause. It's the sooner we get him better, the sooner we get him brewing better beers. The sooner we get him answering more questions on Facebook and, making everybody happier. So go check out those links and just flick a couple of bucks. just to say thank you, Gash, for all the work that you've done, and we hope that you feel better soon. Or send him some homebrew, because he's been sick and he probably hasn't had a chance to brew, so he's going to be running out of beer, and by the time he's allowed to drink again, he's going to be real fucking thirsty. Just don't send him fruit beers, send him IPAs. Cheers, Gash. Much appreciate all the things that you do for the community and stuff like that. Speaking of things for the community, Brewing with Bill. Huh, he had a great idea. Link down the bottom, link up here, link somewhere. Brewing with Bill wants to put together a book. That's right, a book. You know those things that we used to have before the internet? They had papery things in them and words and stuff. You flick through them. Awesome things. Great stuff. But he wants to put together a book. And he wants to put together a recipe book of homebrew recipes. Your homebrew recipe. I've sent him two of my homebrew recipes, my Porter's Mace and my Peculiar one. Now, he just wants to get as many homebrewers together as he can. You send him a recipe, he'll put it in the book, it'll be under your name, it'll be contributions by your name and your YouTube channel and stuff like that, because he wants to do this book and share it with the community. It's something tangible that somebody can take and they can flick through and they can have a look at the recipes that us homebrewers, us real homebrewers make. Not a commercial brewer that's done lots of clone recipes or stuff like that, or somebody that's collected recipes and refined them. Actual recipes for actual beers that you've actually probably tasted because of beer swaps and things like that. It is a stunning idea, Bill. So go check out his channel. He's got details about what to do. Email him, etc, 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 and let's see if we can get this book to take off really well. It's such a great idea. Cheers, Bill. Anyway, I think that's about me. I still got lots more footage from America that I just haven't had the chance to go through and edit. So every now and then you'll see something pop up, like right at the end of this video, SJ's going to talk about tractors. Good on you, SJ. So bear with while I sort of quickly thumb together little bits and pieces of different people making different comments. Cheers. Have yourself another one.
How we be talking tractors, I tell you what, yeah, you got John Deere green, yeah, you got that there Farmall, you got that there Farmall red, yeah, you got your Irish Chalmers yeller, because that yeller, yeah. Yeller, not yellow, no, if it's yellow, you're from New Zealand, no, I'm sorry.
Or New York City.
New York City, that's it.
New York City.
You got that there, yeah, the Cub Cadet, you know what, because chicks dig Cub Cadets. If you get yourself a Cub Cadet lawn and mower out there riding around your tractor front yard, that's what chicks dig at, I tell you what.
You tell them what?
I'm telling you what, that's what it is. Funny story though, it comes from snappers. I had a maintenance guy come to me and he was like, yeah man, I got me a snapper, I rebuilt it. You rebuild a snapper lawnmower? Hell yeah, I rebuilt me a snapper lawnmower. I'm out in the front yard, they drive by, they wouldn't look at me, they're looking at me, they're winking at me. I'm pretty sure chicks dig them snappers.